think I've gone crazy. And everybody seems to agree.
So Joelle, Hanson hasn't broken up yet. I mean, I know that they can't break up because they're brothers, but they're playing together.
They are not only playing together, they are awesome. I'm kind of jealous of all the Hanson fans that have been following them forever because I was always a Backstreet Boys girl and I let Hanson slip under my radar, I'll admit. But now I'm totally addicted.
That's funny because I was a huge Hanson fan back in the day when I was 14, and Mbop was all I really cared about, and counted that there were 17 Mbops in the song, and it was 4 minutes and 29 seconds long. But I'm not really a follower anymore, so it's kind of cool that you are. It's sort of like I've passed it on.
All right.
And now we've interviewed them for On the Verge.
Yes, I wish you were with me. I walked a mile barefoot with them. It was pretty rough, but I did it.
Yeah.
And I heard everything they had to say about the music industry, and I think that a lot of up-and-coming bands out there should really take note.
Hi, we're Hanson, and you're watching On the Verge.
So we are here with Hanson. A couple
Hello.
hours ago, we just walked a mile barefoot with you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. We're so glad to have you guys.
Let's actually talk about the walks in case people watching don't know what's going on.
It started really with a trip to Africa while we were making this album, The Walk. The thing that we saw in Africa that struck us, I think, so much was that so many of the issues that are going on with AIDS and with extreme poverty, for one, they're affecting our generation. They're affecting young people that are, the moms, dads, potential doctors.
I guess you could say the up and coming professionals and a lot of
people that are
working professionals.
People that are running the countries or would be, and they're dying and they're passing AIDS to their children, and so many of the needs the things that are needed to prevent that and to make that difference are simple, are tangible, and I think what we took away from it was we need to use what we have. We need to start looking at what we have available to us to make a difference. So we started doing 1 mile barefoot walks at the beginning of the Walk tour for the album, which is called Walk. Where it's really grown into is not just about giving a pair of shoes, or not just about talking about what we've done, but really getting people to get into the discussion of what tangible things do I have, what can I do to take action.
Well, you guys have a new album out, and you're also releasing it on your own label,
Yes.
which is really cool. And in the industry today, so many bands are getting dropped from labels, trying to do the indie thing, but it's a struggle.
Definitely. I think it was a few years back we decided to form our own label and do everything independently, and now it's basically this is our second record to do independently, and so it's definitely been a struggle, but for us it was kind of the only way to go.
The other thing about being an independent band today, I think, is that there's a lot more tools to use. I mean, being indie today, I mean, you just because you have a MySpace doesn't mean you're going to have a hit. But, you can do a lot of direct licensing to labels. You can get licenses on TV shows. I mean, there's a lot of the traditional, black box of signing a record deal. It's not like it used to be. It does take more legwork, but I think bands just need to realize that they just have to be more like entrepreneurs, I mean, they just have to act like it's their deal and get out there and if you're really great, if you're doing this really good, people will attach to it and you'll get fans and you'll build a team and you
Don't be afraid of the legwork. Don't be afraid that don't think that you've got some big red button somewhere that you got to press.
Even one thing we wanted to do musically with the record was we wanted to play it very live. It was recorded. Most of it was recorded at this, at the same time, from the point of view of everybody is in a room performing the songs like you would live. And it was a small spurt of time, but the time in Africa, our first trip, brought to light some musical aspects, which was the performance from 2 different African children's choirs that sang with us, and it was just such a different flavor, and it also, that experience affected ultimately what we decided to put on the record from the point of view of the songs we chose. So I think the whole spirit of the record is about going forward steadily. It's not called the run or the skip or the jog. It's called the walk because it's about just steadily going forward.
Well, you guys are playing a brand new venue in Montclair tonight. You're the third band to play. How does that feel?
It's always cool to be christening a venue, part of the bands who are breaking the venue in. I don't know. It's
First
nice.
bands to really rattle the paint on the walls.
Like the Nokia Theater in Times Square. Like we were, I think, the first band who ever played there. And always a cool feeling to come into a place that somebody's really put in a lot of money and time and effort to really make into a great music venue, and be a part of saying, hey, you know, I'm part of the history of this venue.
So we have Hanson at 15 years, and here's to 15 and many more.
We sure
Yes,
hope so.
we hope so.
Well, thank you guys so much. We're looking
Thank you.
forward to the show tonight, and we're gonna go chat with some of your fans who've been
Okay,
camped
good
out
deal.
since last night.
I'm young, stars wide